people of the internet. You're probably thinking, oh, this is new. Where's the baseball cap? I'm actually in my craft room and I'm using my webcam because I've just got over a cold or flu, chesty cough. My mum came to stay for Christmas. She had a really bad cold and spent the first day in bed, and I made her soup and looked after her and everything, and when she left she kindly passed it on to me. So I've been ill for 2 or 3 days and really only just got my voice back, so that's why I sound like a gravelly old hag. But I really wanted to get this Vlogmas Epiphany video recorded, and I thought if I just do it on my webcam, go straight onto the computer and I won't have to edit it, and hopefully I've got more chance of it going out straight away. So let me just have a sip of this because I can't believe how gruff my voice is. Anyway, I'm going to start with why did I do Vlogmas? And in my very first video on the 1st of December, I explained why I was doing Vlogmas, which was because every year December starts and finishes, and I don't know what happens in between. This year was particularly hard because we had the overrun of the conservatory building works, which meant it was always going to be a time squeeze. There was going to be more of a time squeeze to get everything done. And I just wanted to, I watch people's Vlogmases. I don't watch many. Hold on. I don't watch many people's Vlogmases, but I do watch and enjoy people's Vlogmases. And I just woke up on the 1st of December and I thought, I'm going to record a video. I'm going to do Vlogmas. I've never done a day in the life video or this is me video. I don't even show my face on camera usually. All of my videos, and I've been making YouTube videos since 2000. I had various different channels. They've always just been either animation based or my hands. I don't know why I was doing it, but basically I wanted to see what happened to December. But it's been such an enlightening experience. Seeing myself rushing around was what was enlightening. The funny thing is I see it in others all the time, but I've never seen it in myself because I've never watched myself. For example, we've got a guy at work, let's call him Jack, and I'm forever telling him to slow down because I can see he's running himself ragged. He's being pulled from one site, one project. He's got no focus. He's not focused on anything. We've talked to him about whether he's got ADHD and trying to get him to focus more and concentrate more. And then when I was watching my own YouTube videos, and I was only watching them while I was editing them, I could see that in me. I could see the wide-eyed look in the camera. I could see my brain listing all the things on the mental to-do list that I had, rushing from one thing to the next. And there was even parts where I was talking to the camera and would be saying something and my mind would jump to the next thing and I would just stop and start talking about the next thing. And I just realised that I do that all the time, but I had to see it on my own vlogs to realise that's what I'm doing. And so I have a friend called Sandy and we do Google Hangout. There used to be quite a bunch of us that did Google Hangout, but I don't have the time anymore. And she used to say to me, oh, you only sit down to do Hangout with us when you're doing something else. And she was right. I would literally have the Hangout window open on one screen and I'd be listing stuff on eBay on the other screen or working on a spreadsheet for work on the other screen. And she was dead right. I try to do too much, and that's the epiphany. Not that I do too much, that I try to do too much. Because I do enough, but I try to do more. So epiphany number 1 was I tried to do too much. I was just watching myself on the screen going, oh my God, I tried to do too much. Right, it's nap time. So how did it, I just had to pause because I had a coughing fit, sorry. So how did it get like this? Well, I've always worked. I've worked since I was 16 part-time and then 18 when I was full-time. And I've always been totally focused on my job and my career. And then when I met my current husband, like I've had multiple. When I met my husband 18, 19 years ago, however long it is now, 19 years, and we bought this house. This was the house that was going to be our home, our family home. But we just, I focused on work. Together we sort of kept it clean and tidy. We never really moved it forward and decorated it, or, it's just, we moved into this house and it bought some furniture kind of thing. And then a few years ago, I was off work, sick, and I started to watch YouTube just because I was laid up in bed and there was nothing else to do, and daytime TV is rubbish. And I'd see people's perfect houses, and I'd think, ooh, I like that. I'd like my house to look like that. And I'd watch people like organised like Jen, with a perfectly ordered house, and or how Jen does it with her cleaning schedules and her immaculate minimalist. Wow, I have trouble with that word, don't I? Minimalist home without a thing out of place. And I'd think, I could do that. But I forgot to factor in that I was working a paid job, and both these girls don't. Of course, I know that they've both got successful YouTube channels and spend time making content and videos and whatever, but they are masters of their own ship. They don't have to get up in the morning at 7 AM and go to the office, be answerable to clients and deadlines and projects and managing directors. And so epiphany number 2 came during this Vlogmas, which is, of course my house could be perfect. Of course I would have time to do everything in the house that I want to do if it was my sole focus, if I didn't have to work. Interesting. And then, my channel is called Art Journey, and the reason why this channel is called Art Journey is because of a few years ago now, 2007, 8, I started art journaling. I don't know why I started art journaling. Anyway, I started art journaling. It's irrelevant. And I like art, and I like art journaling, and I like scrapbooking, and I like Project Life. And when I have the time, usually when I'm doing something else, like cleaning, I watch Ustreamers like Dee Dee, and YouTubers like Shannon Green, and I wish I could squeeze time in my life for art too, or squeeze art time into my life. I used to do art, so where did that time go? I remember saying to Dee Dee once when she was streaming, I wish I could spend a couple of hours every day doing art, and she replied, but I don't work anymore. And it's funny because up until last year, I was doing a part-time calligraphy course. I'd been doing it it was a 3-year course, and I'd done 2 years of it. And I had time for that. So what's changed? And I guess this was epiphany number 3, is if I want to do something, I've got to make the time for it. If I want to do art, if I want to do calligraphy, if I want to do Project Life, I have to make time for it. And that means something else has to give, hey? I have to make decisions. Another thing that I realised, and it was seeing the wide-eyed look of being stressed, because that's the only way that I can put it. And I felt stressed leading up to Christmas. I felt stressed for some time, probably. And why? Why do I need to be stressed? It's like, there's another YouTuber that I watch called Libby Whitnell. She's a Australian mum of 2. She suffers from fibromyalgia. And she loves her house to be clean and tidy. And she gets stressed with herself when her body won't let her to keep on top of everything. And I watch her videos and I'm sort of like shouting at the screen saying, stop being stressed, your house is lovely, kind of thing. And she probably doesn't know that she's stressed. She probably doesn't know that she's overthinking there's bits on the side in her kitchen. And she also gets stressed when she's behind with her YouTube viewing. I'm not quite sure how that works, because YouTube viewing should be a downtime, pleasurable experience. And it shouldn't be a chore with a deadline going, oh, I'm behind. I mean, I can understand it's a bit like watching EastEnders, I suppose. You don't want to miss the next episode. Not that I watch EastEnders or Coronation Street or any soaps or any TV. Mainly, I don't watch any TV. The sun's getting brighter and brighter, and it's going to wash me out. And I've tried adjusting it. Every time I adjust it on this thing, I turn the brightness right down and the light balance, whatever it is, all the way down. It looks great, and I press record and it just goes and goes white again. So if I disappear into the abyss behind me, you know why. So we had Epiphany number 3, which was, if I want to do something, I've got to make time for it. Which leads me on to planning and planners, and not being stressed, because I have this theory, and it's probably a true one, that if you write something down, well, number one, it's not a theory, it's a proven fact. If you write something down, it's out of your mind, it's off your mental to-do list. Your mental clutter, your mental chatter is going to die down because it's written down. You don't have to keep rolling through this list of to-dos. So one of the things that I have is a lovely planner. I now have multiple planners, which was all to do with Christmas. I really need to try and adjust this camera. I'm going to disappear as the sun gets brighter and brighter. Being sucked into the vortex. Let me try and adjust, yeah. That looks better. That looks like me. That looks like the right colours and everything. Yeah, right. So, where did I get to? Planners, planning. Writing everything down clears it out your mental list. And I bought a planner, and I've always used planners for work. Always. I've got a planner video that I recorded a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. I've never uploaded. And it's the history of my planners. And because I've worked full time and I've travelled and projects and all that kind of stuff, without a planner it would be impossible. In fact, that's one of the main jobs that I do at work, is that I schedule everyone and plan everyone where everyone's going to be and fill in their diaries and make sure the service is delivered correctly. So as much as I've had one for work, I've never once used one for my home life. You know, to remember. Oh, look, now I'm going dark. I've never once used one for my home life. You know, to remember to wash the shirts or change the beds, or, by the way, shirts are washed on a Tuesday and beds are changed on a Sunday. But I've never ever had a planner and wrote down Sunday, change the beds, and because I don't think I need to go to that detail. But when I'm trying to fit so much into my life, you know, I can work. My work life is structured. I know to change the beds and wash the clothes, you know, on a Tuesday, whenever we do it. Shirts get done on a Tuesday. You know, it always has been the case. It always will be the case. My husband never goes to work naked. But when I'm trying to squeeze more stuff in, you know, with all this stuff with my father-in-law and eBay and whatever, stuff has fallen by the wayside. Stuff that I enjoy has fallen by the wayside. And it's not just been for 6 months. And it's not, you know, it's not just been for 1 month, or it's not just been for 6 months, or it's just... My mother-in-law died in 2009. So it's been 6 years. For 6 years, we have been... Our weekends have been taken going over to where my father-in-law used to live, which is the other side of London. It's about an hour's drive. So it's an hour's drive there. We used to spend a few hours with him. So our whole Saturday or our whole Sunday, every single week for the last 6 years has been spending that time on person. And obviously family is the most important thing. We used to do his shopping. I used to go up there and do his cleaning. We used to help him. And then he started getting ill and he would be in hospital, and we'd be going over there 2 or 3 nights a week, every week. So we'd come home from work, we'd go over there. There were some days when my husband would leave home at 6 o'clock in the morning, go to work, go over to his dad's and come back and not be home until 9 o'clock. And he'd be eating his dinner at 9 o'clock at night. And everything has fallen by the wayside. So we need to just focus. So epiphany number 4, and there is 4 epiphanies that I've had, is I'm going to use my planner more. And as much as I love watching these planner gals with all their fancy tape and stickers and stuff like that, I ain't got no time for that. My planner is literally going to be used to be able to put things in it like meetings that we have to have, and solicitors, and, you know, work, and real stuff. That sounds terrible, but I love to look at some of these girls' planners, you know, with all the washi tape on it, but I don't really have time for that. And I don't think I ever will, because I've always thought of a planner as something where it's got essential stuff in it, not frivolity. And I do like scrapbooking, and I do like Project Life, and that's where my frivolity will, my creativity will express itself. So I guess, you know, let's look at it like this. I work, I clean and look after my own home. I don't have cleaners. I don't send out shirts to the laundry. I don't have people come in once a week and clean my house from top to bottom. I do it all. I also do work for a charity, which I don't mention because I don't want to. I scrapbook, I make art, I do Project Life, I sell a shit ton of stuff on eBay, and I pretty much help look after my father-in-law, or have been until he went into this nursing home. He's only been in the nursing home for 5 months now. So there's it. That's it. That's the epiphany. The epiphany is I cannot do everything, and I have been trying to. And it truly is an epiphany, because it's not an epiphany like, I'm not going to get my Christmas decorations up in time for Christmas. It's an epiphany like, if we didn't go over to my father-in-law's on a Saturday, he'd have no food for the week. You know, my stuff, the stuff that I was doing, is relevant. It has deadlines. The struggle is real. And I know that everyone's struggle is real. It depends on the size of your bubble and what's in your bubble. If your bubble is just you and your house and decorating your house, then you get stressed over not being able to put Christmas decorations up because that's within your realm. If your realm is running ICI or IBM, and if you don't do a certain thing, the whole of IBM will, the struggle is real for both people. It's the level of importance, but everyone's level of importance is, a man on the street's level of importance is getting something to eat and something to sleep every day. A housewife with a big £1 million home's importance is making sure the outside is decorated for the correct season. And each of those people sees them. Anyway, we're getting too much into visual wazzle. We're talking about my epiphany here and what's happening for 2006. What's happening for 2016? Unless, of course, I can go back 10 years, then that would be brilliant. So, number one, I tried to do too much. That's not going to be the case. Some things have to give. I don't know what things are going to have to give, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out the things that I enjoy, the things that fill my tank. And if I enjoy doing it, it's a hell yeah. It fills my tank, it progresses my life, it makes me feel good, it will stay in my life. So, my husband said when I was talking to him about this, does that mean you're giving up work? Not necessarily. Maybe. I might. I don't have to work financially. I haven't had to work financially for a number of years. My job also doesn't define me. I am not my khakis, as Steve Jobs used to say. But I enjoy what I do for the company that I do work for, and they're a lovely company. So I don't know. Work may be one of the things that fills my tank. Am I going to carry on cleaning my home? Well, obviously, because I don't want to live in a shithole. But some things might change. Don't know what. Will I get a cleaner? Very much doubt it. But don't know. Art. I'm going to make more time for art. I'm going to make more time for Project Life. I'm going to make more time for calligraphy. I'm going to make time for the things that I believe I enjoy. And I will put them on this channel. This channel, normal service will be resumed. The vlogs was an amazing thing for me to do. And I wasn't doing it for you. I was doing it for me. I was doing it to see where my December went. I didn't think I'd learn so much. I didn't think that I would have such a realisation from watching myself. So it's been an amazing experience and well worth doing. Because you're basically looking at yourself. Which I absolutely hate. But, with a face like this, you don't want to look at your face all the time, do you? But, good stuff. So, I'm going to do more art, I'm going to do more craft. It's all going to be on this channel. It's been a roller coaster and an amazing, fantastic. I would say this has been one of my best Christmases ever. I love Christmas. And you look back at how stressed and rushed and crazy everything was. But I had a lovely Christmas with my family. I saw all of my family at different times and different periods. I fitted in all the things that I enjoy doing, going to the carol service with my uncle and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, I got some beautiful presents. And this 2006, my word, you always have a word for the next year, don't you? Last year my word was simplify, which was simplifying my life more, because I obviously could see that I had too many irons in the fire back then, and I did simplify stuff quite a lot. This year my word is me. I'm going to focus on me, my health. I mean, one of the things I noticed when I was doing the video, right? The videos, I'd get up in the morning, I'd wash my face, clean my teeth, get dressed and go. 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm boom. Where's the me time? Where's the, there was one part of the video when I said, I haven't got time to waste going to have my hair done. I haven't got time to waste going to have my hair done. Having my hair done is not wasting time, it's investing time into me. I shouldn't have to wear a baseball cap all the time because I haven't had my hair done for 6 months or whatever it is. I shouldn't get up in the morning and just put a baseball cap on and a pair of jogging bottoms and be running around like a blue-ass fly all day. I mean, where's my badge of honour for it? You don't get one. And you don't lay on the bed, your deathbed at the end of the day, at the end of your life, and say, oh, I wished I'd have cleaned more. I wished I had worked harder. You say things like, I wished I'd have seen more of the world, or I wished I'd have spent more time with my family, or I wished I could have one more day with this person or that person. So that's it. My word of the year is me. I'm going to get up every morning. I'm going to have a long, luxurious shower. I'm going to dry my hair. I'm going to do what I want to do every day. And that will still include going to work and seeing my friends, but some things will fall by the wayside as I focus the things that I enjoy doing the most. It's been a ride and I have enjoyed. And as I said, this wasn't for you, this was for me. And thank you very much if you viewed, and thank you very, very, very much if you commented, because the interaction with you guys, I'm sure I've made some new friends. So now I'm going to get emotional. So I'm going to say Happy New Year and look after you.